Halo guys, selamat datang di Lisan Pixel. Semoga terhibur.
Oke guys, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, welcome back to our podcast. So today we're gonna talk about Sharing Overseas program. Right now, in front of us, in front of me, and in front of you guys all, we have two presenters. The first is Mas Ahmad Zakaria, and the second is Mas Akmal. And today they will share to us about what? We're gonna share about what?
About the study abroad and living in the world and work abroad, volunteering and something else.
Okay, guys. Okay. First, before we start, let's say thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala who has given us chance and mercy so we can watch this podcast and hope we can make podcast like this in the next. Okay. Are you ready for the first question?
Yes.
Okay. For the first, wait, I forgot the question. Okay, about working holiday visa. I feel like not enough people to know about that. Can you break that down a little more? Like, how do you actually get one and which country over it?
Sir, first of all, I'd like to give thanks to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. With His blessing, we can gather here in awesome podcast. So, the question is, what is working holiday visa? So basically, working holiday visa lets you travel to a country and work there at the same time. Different with working visa, you just can work in other country, but working holiday visa you can not just only sightsee, and you can work and also get your holiday in the other country. And it's not a full work visa when you need a job after this. It's kind of in between countries like Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Japan, South Korea, Ireland, and Germany all have this program. The recruitment are usually pretty straightforward. You need to be within a certain age range, have a valid passport, proof of enough funds to get started, and sometimes a health check. So you must check your health of your body before you want to get this working holiday visa. The application process is mostly with online. The hard part is honestly just deciding to do it.
The visa is lifetime or expired, or we get well we get the visa only when we work on that country. If we if we resign from the job, we get the visa or no?
This visa is during 1 year. Yes.
So we're gonna extend the visa again after 1 year?
Yes, after 1 year, if you want to expand the visa, you can offer to the country to get more long time.
Where we can make or extend the visa?
You can just do it in online.
Online, into Dubes. If you want to go to work at Japan, so we need to visit Dubes Japan, Indonesia, or it's online.
Maybe you can also offline, but for my experience, I get the visa by online.
Online.
Yes.
Okay. What about people who want to work abroad in a more structured way, like through a company transfer or a formal job offer?
That's actually how I ended up in Germany later on. After my working holiday visa, after my working holiday experience, I built up my resume, got more skill, and then got a job offer from a startup in Berlin. For this work, you really need to be proactive. Update your LinkedIn, or maybe the other platform to get the job, and tailor your CV to international standard, and research job boards that are specific to the country you targeting. For Europe, there are platforms like US, which is the European job network. Countries like Germany have what is called a job seeker visa, which gives you 6 months to come and find a job before you ever apply for a work permit. Pretty credible, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you want to search work overseas,
Yes.
where we can search the job, or we get the job from our relation, or if there are a platform to search the job, or how?
Yes, might be many platforms that offer a job, but the general thing you just keep your CV is standard international, and also you add your experience, and the platform maybe you can use, maybe LinkedIn can show. Yes, can do. And also maybe if you want to remote job, you can search in Himalayas or many platforms that I can't spell it one by one. So you just focus to improve yourself. Yes.
So, do we need any certificate like IELTS or TOEFL for the work?
Yes. You must have it. But if you want to work abroad, you different, like if you want to get scholarship. So the score IELTS or test IELTS is more easier. Then you take a test for scholarship. So it may be the difficult is 50% than the scholarship certificate.
Yes. So maybe right now we're gonna talk about study abroad.
Yes.
Now, you study German too, right?
Yes.
What was that spared from the work experience?
Yeah. So studying in Germany actually came before the work experience there. So before I work, I also study in German. I applied for a master degree in Indonesia, S2, and I applied a master degree program at university in Mainz. And here is the thing that blew my mind. Many public universities in Germany have zero tuition fees, even for international students. So you just pay a small semester contribution, like a few hundred euros, and that usually even includes a public transport pass. So the cost of studying there was way lower than what I would have paid back home. I live on saving, did part-time work, and applied for a scholarship through the DAAD, which is the German Academic Exchange Service. It covers living costs for a lot of international students.
So you school in German?
Yes.
You school with beasiswa or by yourself?
Uh, so when I was in German for studying, get a master degree, so I got several scholarship. So not fully funded scholarship. I also pay to the university, but not full salary. Yes. And for take the scholarship, I have also taken the test, and I also have to improve my English skill to get IELTS certificate, because that is international certificate. If you general certificate, if you want to study abroad.
So what did you learn in your major?
So in my major, in cloud engineering major, I learned many things about the cloud computing.
Wait, you learn like AWS or Microsoft Azure?
Yes, all of them. I learned about AWS, and the general maybe many people use is Google Cloud, and that is standard cloud. So I learned about Google Cloud firstly, and in the next time I learned about AWS, that is more advanced than the Google Cloud. So you also have to take the certificate of AWS if you want to work in the company, because that certificate prove you in your skill in cloud computing, especially in AWS.
So how much the cost if we want to get the certificate? Maybe in rupiah.
In rupiah, so maybe different price from the certificate. But in the fundamental certificate of AWS, you can just pay 1 million in rupiah. Yes. But in next certificate, I forgot I pay how many.
So is there any discount for certificate?
What?
Discount.
Oh, yes. There is discount if you complete the course from AWS. So, but you have to register in AWS Academy, and at the platform have many courses and many exercise you have to do. So, and if you have done the course and the modules, you can get discount maybe. You can just discount to get the certificate.
Okay. Maybe next question. Maybe we're gonna talk about volunteering abroad. So maybe our specialist Akmal.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about the volunteering, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain why you what volunteering abroad or something else?
Okay, before I speak about volunteering abroad, I would like to give salawat to Prophet Nabi Muhammad SAW, because he was bringing us to darkness era to what Islamic era. Oh, okay, and let's talk about volunteering abroad. So, volunteering abroad is something I'm really passionate about it. Okay, in my first overseas experience was actually volunteering in Tanzania for around 3 months through an organization called I6. I was in there. I was helping run educational workshop for kids in a local community, and honestly, it changed my life. Why? Because it literally changed the direction of my career. Before that, I was studying abroad about business and thinking I had to go to finance. And after I go to Tanzania, I switched to international development.
Yeah, I think that's a big opportunity for you. But for the people who want to follow training overseas also, what should they do? And with that, is it free or paid? How does it work?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. Okay, so it really depends on the program do you join. Okay, most voluntary programs abroad are unpaid, so you're giving your time and your skill, not earning a salary. And some programs do cover your accommodation and meals, which is super helpful. And other require you to pay a program fee, especially if it's through a private organization. This can range for a few hundred to a few $1,000 depending on the flight and destination. And my advice is to go through a reputable organization. IC is called United Nations Volunteers. Doctor Without Border if you are in medical field, or WWF if you are into sustainable farming. And always do your research and make sure the program is ethical and genuinely benefit to the local community, not just look good on your Instagram.
Many people in our countries they follow volunteering and they just posting on Instagram and they want to flexing. So there's been a lot of conversation about volunteerism and whether it's actually help or just makes volunteers feel good. But what should they do? And with that, is it free or paid? How does it work?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. Okay, so it really depends on the program do you join. Okay, most voluntary programs abroad are unpaid, so you're giving your time and your skill, not earning a salary. And some programs do cover your accommodation and meals, which is super helpful. And other require you to pay a program fee, especially if it's through a private organization. This can range for a few hundred to a few $1,000 depending on the flight and destination. And my advice is to go through a reputable organization. IC is called United Nations Volunteers. Doctor Without Border if you are in medical field, or WWF if you are into sustainable farming. And always do your research and make sure the program is ethical and genuinely benefit to the local community, not just look good on your Instagram.
Many people in our countries they follow volunteering and they just posting on Instagram and they want to flexing. So there's been a lot of conversation about volunteerism and whether it's actually help or just makes volunteers feel good. What do you think?
Yeah, it really concern. The key difference is whether the volunteer has skills that are actually needed, and whether the program is community driven rather than volunteer driven. If you are going to build house but you have zero construction experience, you may actually be slowing down local workers who are way more skilled. And good program will match you with project your specific background adds real value. And they also make sure the community has been involved in design the project. So do your homework before you commit.
Okay, the next question we're gonna jump to student exchange. Okay. Wait. You did an exchange in South Korea, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Wait. So my student agent was on one semester at Yonsei University in Seoul, South Korea. It was organized through my home university because they had a partnership with Yonsei University. So I could apply through my own international office. And the beauty of a student exchange is that you usually still pay tuition to your home university, and you just go study at the partner university abroad for a semester or a year, and your credit transfer back. So you don't lose university abroad for a semester or for a year. And it honestly one of the most affordable ways to live abroad as a student because the financial structure stay the same. You are not paying foreign tuition fees on top of everything else.
How is life in South Korea and any culture shock? Culture shock.
Totally. I mean, the food and the language, of course, the language and the social norms. Everything was different. But that's honestly the whole point. You can get pushed outside your comfort zone in the best possible way. And I met friends from like 20 different countries just in my dorm building. We have cook each other food, talk about our different culture, and study together. And it was like the whole world in one building. And my Koreans went from zero to survival level by the end of the semester, which I was really proud of. Student exchange really forced you to grow up fast and become more independent.
Okay. And for people whose universities maybe don't have exchange partnership, are there other ways to do a student exchange?
So yes, because there are government-funded programs like the Erasmus Plus program in Europe, which is massive, and it covers dozens of countries and the field. And there are also the Fulbright program in the US, the ASEAN International Mobility for Students or AIMS program is popular in Southeast Asia, and AFES in for curricular program which is great for school student. So even if your university doesn't have to direct partnership, because there are a lot of external programs, you can apply for independently.
Next, we're gonna jump to segment about course, short course abroad. Okay. Within 1 UK, for people who maybe can commit to a full semester or year overseas, is a short course a good option?
100%, yeah. Because this is actually my biggest recommendation for people who are hesitant or user. A short course is usually anywhere from 1 week or to 1 week to 3 months. It intensive focus, and you get a certificate at the end. I did a 2 week leadership and communication course at the London School of Economy, and it was honestly incredible. Not only did I learn so much from the instruction, but the people I meet there were from all over the world, like professional, student, and entrepreneur. And the networking alone was worth it. And because these programs are, you can fit it into a semester break or annual leave for work.
What kind of short course are out there? Like, what field or topic?
Or field of topic. So field of topic in there almost anything you can think of, like business, leadership, technology, design, creative writing, public health, diplomacy, sustainable development, and other. University like Oxford, Harvard, MIT, and US, Singapore all offer short, executive, or summer program. Some are fully in person, and some are hybrid. And cost varies a lot. Some are a few $100, other can be a couple thousand. But many organizations and companies offer scholarship or reimbursement for personal development. So it's worth checking if your employer or government has any funding available.
For Hamad, any thought to add on short course from the working professional side?
Yeah, definitely. From a current perspective, doing a short course at a well-known international institution look really strong on the resume. It shows employers that you take initiative, you invest in yourself, and you are comfortable in international environment. Even if it's just 2 weeks, that experience signal a lot. And honestly, if you've never been abroad before, a short course is the perfect low-risk way to test the water. You go, you learn, you explore a new city or country, and then you come back with a much clearer sense of whether you want to do something longer.
Okay, maybe we are going up on time, but before we close, I want to ask you one by one. For your tip maybe for someone who is thinking about any kind of overseas program but is feeling scared or overwhelmed. Ahmad Zakaria, maybe you first.
Okay, my number one tip is start before you feel ready. Seriously, I was scared when I booked my flight to Canada. Why? Because this is my first time, so I second guess myself constantly. But the moment I land, something just clicked. You figure things out as you go. That is part of the whole experience. So don't wait for the perfect moment because it is never going to come. You just start researching, pick one program that interests you, and take one small action today. Maybe that is reading about working a holiday visa, or emailing your university international office, one step at a time.
You can share for your tip maybe no?
Okay, the main tip for me is talk to people who have money what the join program. You can find the alumni or join online community or reach out to people on social media like LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and anything else who have done the program you are interested in. Because most people are genuinely happy to share their experience and give advice in social media. For hearing a real story from a real person is so much more powerful than reading a brochure. And don't be afraid to ask questions like about cost, about challenge, and about what they wish they had known. And because that can a kind of honest first-hand information is gold.
Okay, maybe this is the end of the section. Thank you for you, Yuzu, about your experience, your tip, or your what you're sharing about. So guys, for who listening this podcast, the world is big. So take your first step and don't be afraid about something like challenge or how you live in that place. So you just take the first step. So maybe any additional what information for our or enough?
Enough from you, enough.
Okay, thank you for you who was listening this section. See you in the next episode. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Jangan lupa like dan subscribe guys. Aduh, nih dinosaurus ganggu bet dah.